We've told you guys that Glaxon's getting into the longevity department a lot more. And yes, of course, they have great sports supplements products, their pre-workouts, their pumps and all that stuff. But obviously with Joey's mindset and just deeper detail to health, the longevity department is definitely a big play that they're getting into. NAD Synergy is where I really think that is shining. Now, of course, there are a few other products, their super greens, their mushrooms, their Xerion that play in the longevity department, but this is one that I'm really excited about, and I think that Glaxon really stands out from the industry. So today I'm going to be talking about the ingredients, and I'm actually also going to add some anecdotal stuff in here. I don't often put anecdotal stuff in our videos, but this is an empty bottle. I've already finished my first bottle. They're actually out of stock. You can only find it on Amazon right now. In the future, whenever you're watching this, it may be in stock. But for me, I was really excited with the first bottle that I ran through, and I'm actually missing it a lot. So today's video, we're talking about the ingredients in it, what you should expect from them, what it's going to do for you, and what I felt from it personally, because there's one big anecdote that we talk about. We kind of back up with some studies, but is a little bit different from the kind of overall point of the product. So NAD Synergy is going to be a product that's going to be boosting NAD plus in the body. This is going to include a synergistic combination of ingredients that are going to be boosting NAD, because these ingredients are valuable because NAD itself is not orally bioavailable. So what we're looking for out of this product is 1, an anti-aging boost, 2, a bump in insulin sensitivity, and 3, anecdotally, many people will note a non-stimulant focus boost, a little bit of free energy kick. I definitely noticed that when I took this at the beginning of my day, throughout the day, I just felt a little bit more of a pep in my step. I was just a little bit more present. Mike's brought this up as well. We used this when we were out at Houston. I think it was Mike's first time using BioNMN, which is going to be the key ingredient here that we're going to be talking about. And he really noted that he got a little bit of a brain boost. I think we called it the brain buzz the first time that we were using the product. Now, why is NAD plus so important? Well, we're talking about a molecule that's ridiculously important for cellular energy production and the availability of that energy. Making sure that your cells have enough energy to continue functioning is a great way to optimize your overall health, obviously. We often look at our bodies as, entire systems, but it's all really predicated on the health of individual cells. So without further ado, let's jump into the ingredients and talk about the first ingredient, BioNMN from NNB Nutrition. Now, we've talked about BioNMN for a little bit. If you want a full deep dive, I will admit that Mike has an incredibly deep dive video and blog. He's going to go into way more depth, way more intricacies and specifics than I'm going to. So if you're interested in that one ingredient, definitely check those pieces of content out. That's a lot of time that I'm just not going to regurgitate all of that. I'm going to talk about the stuff that's relevant to this product today. Nicotinamide mononucleotide is a nucleotide that provides energy to human cells. This molecule is formed by a reaction between nicotinamide and a phosphate group, and it's generally derived from B vitamins. NMN specifically is derived from niacin sometimes. Yes, I'm aware of the irony with Joey using a product that is derived from niacin. The main purpose of NMN itself is to create NAD+, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Like I talked about before, NAD+ is a coenzyme that regulates cellular metabolism. It's important because it activates sirtuins, signaling proteins that regulate many aspects of overall health. So put simply, NMN is a precursor to NAD+. NAD+ is what we're looking to upregulate here, but it's not orally bioavailable. So since NMN is, we're going to use that to upregulate NAD+. So first off, NAD+ is important because it has a very close relationship with ATP. ATP, I'm sure you know, is the basic unit of energy in the human body. It's used as fuel for every single bodily function, from muscle contractions to DNA synthesis. ATP is produced by mitochondria. Now, high levels of NAD+ facilitate ATP production because the reduction of NAD+ to NADH is what drives the electron transport chain. So generally speaking, a higher NAD to NADH ratio is going to predict better metabolic function and longevity overall. Now, optimized the production of ATP is going to have a lot of downstream benefits: cell proliferation, apoptosis, insulin signaling, mitosis, fat cell differentiation, genomic integrity, cognitive aging, Krebs cycle, fat oxidation, oxidative phosphorylation, protecting genome from mutations, activating RNA polymerase 1 transcription, which is responsible for transcribing ribosomal RNA, are all different metabolic functions that different human body sirtuins are responsible for. And all of these sirtuins rely on the conversion of NAD plus to nicotinamide in order to function. So this molecule that we're trying to upregulate here is important for all these functions. So you should be seeing the longevity benefits here. I've mentioned a few different ways that the insulin sensitivity is improved with it. In 2021, human research showed that muscle sensitivity in women was improved by using NMN. Now, obviously, as an athlete, I was interested in this because obviously insulin sensitivity overall is great, but making sure that that carbohydrate goes into the muscle specifically for usage, that was important for me. Now, it is worth noting that if you're more interested in insulin sensitivity, this ingredient is also in Glaxon'S Xerion alongside Glucovantage, a very, very powerful version of berberine. So if you're specifically interested in insulin sensitivity, lowering A1C, I would check out that especially. But in another 2021 human research study, aerobic capacity was improved in runners. Researchers concluding that NMN increases the aerobic activity of humans during exercise training, and the improvement is likely the result of an enhanced oxygen utilization in skeletal muscle. So it's not all about just longevity and living longer, it's also about vitality, some performance claims and benefits here. And lastly, the one that we talked about as an anecdote, in 2022, a study released that late day fatigue in elderly folks was improved by using NMN. Now, I'm not saying that I'm elderly. Mike's definitely not elderly. He's actually very metabolically healthy, but we definitely felt this benefit. In a 12-week study in 2022, 250 milligrams of NMN in the afternoon reduced drowsiness in older adults while also improving lower limb function. It did not improve sleep. So this kind of hints that there might be some sort of stimulant-free energy play with this ingredient. I definitely notice it. I notice it in my day-to-day life. And I'm a big fan of the product because of this feeling that it gives me. But BioNMN is not the only ingredient in this product. Like we mentioned, there are other ingredients that have to be used in synergistic combinations to make sure that NAD plus is being improved. The next ingredient is called Quercetin dihydrate. It's a very powerful flavonoid polyphenol that occurs naturally in a lot of common foods, including but not limited to coffee, onions, orange juice, and red wine. Now, it's a powerful antioxidant. No surprise that it's found in red wine. It also does things like anti-inflammatory, anti-platelet, antiviral, anti-carcinogenic, and anti-allergenic. Now, quercetin, you might be asking, why is it in this product? It's an antioxidant, I get it's helpful, but why specifically in this product, which is such an important product for Glaxon's line? Well, quercetin is known as a CD38 plus inhibitor, and this is important because CD38 plus is a major consumer of NAD plus. So by inhibiting that, we can keep NAD plus levels higher, playing a kind of a defensive role in the formula. And this is something that we commonly see Joey do in his formulas, is introduce a new source of something into the formula, introduce something that inhibits the inhibition of that thing that you're trying to create more of. So you're creating more of it and you're keeping it around in the system longer. I'm sure Joey has a more eloquent way of putting that, but I hope it makes sense at home. Now, quercetin also helps rejuvenate aging cells, improving skin appearance, and no matter what, antioxidants we all know are important for anti-aging. So in addition to the NAD plus play here, there are a lot of general health related reasons why quercetin is a great addition to this product. Lastly, it helps oxidize NADH, turning it back into NAD plus. Remember that the NAD plus and NADH ratio is important here. It's not just about increasing NADH, but keeping the ratio in check with its counterpart that it converts into, NADH, in check. Now after that, we get 50 milligrams of celery seed. Now the celery seed is useful for a lot of different things, but specifically here, it is standardized for 98% Apigenin. Now that's a flavonoid that naturally occurs in many fruits and vegetables, but in this case, it's actually a pretty strong extract here. A 2019 research review published in the International Journal of Molecular Science found that Apigenin has therapeutic value in the treatment of several medical conditions, including Alzheimer's, diabetes, cancer, amnesia, insomnia, and depression. But specifically, why is it stacked here with BioNMN is because it's also been shown to positively influence the NAD plus to NADH ratio. This is going to protect mitochondria from oxidative stress. Like quercetin, it's also a CD38 plus inhibitor. And that's it. 3 very important and long discussion ingredients, but a simple 3 ingredients. Not your longevity kitchen sink. 3 very hand-picked ingredients that help improve NAD plus to NADH ratio and help extend the longevity of your life. Now, I do have to say, we got this product for free from Glaxon. We do have a business affiliate relationship. But I hope this video was helpful, informative. It'll help give you a better idea of what you're purchasing and whether or not it fits into your stack. If you are interested in the product, it's definitely available on Amazon. Right now, it's not on stock on Glaxon's site, but should be back in stock soon. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. And as always, have a good day.